electrical inspection checklist for pools involves several crucial areas. Firstly, general requirements dictate that all electrical equipment must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code and local codes. All equipment must be grounded and bonded properly. Wiring must be protected from any potential physical damage. Secondly, when inspecting pool pumps and motors, verify that the pump motor is appropriately rated for horsepower and voltage, suitable for the pool size. The pump motor must be installed on a concrete pad or another solid, stable surface. Ensure the pump motor is correctly grounded and bonded. The pump wiring must be protected to prevent physical damage. Thirdly, examining pool lights involves checking that the lights are rated for the correct voltage and wattage relative to the pool size. Verify the pool lights are installed within waterproof housings. Again, make sure the wiring is protected from physical damage. Fourthly, for pool heaters, confirm that the heater is rated for the correct British thermal unit output relative to the pool size. The pool heater should be installed on a concrete pad or another solid surface. Grounding and bonding are essential for the pool heater. Protect the heater wiring from physical damage. Fifthly, ground fault circuit interrupter outlets are critical. All electrical outlets within 6 feet or 1.82 meters of the pool must be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter. These ground fault circuit interrupter outlets should be tested monthly. Sixthly, consider additional requirements. All electrical equipment must be easily accessible for maintenance and repairs. The pool area should have a dedicated electrical panel. This electrical panel must be located in a dry and accessible area. The electrical panel should be properly labeled to clearly identify each circuit. Seventhly, it's important to note other considerations. A qualified electrician should conduct the electrical inspection. Keep the electrical inspection report on file for future reference. The electrical system should be inspected and maintained regularly. Grounding and bonding are essential for safety and must comply with the National Electrical Code Article 680.26. Bonding involves connecting all metallic parts of the pool structure and equipment to create an electrically safe environment. This includes the pool reinforcing steel, metal fittings, pump motors, and other conductive elements. The goal is to minimize voltage gradients in the pool area, reducing the risk of electric shock. Grounding refers to connecting the electrical system to the earth, providing a path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and energizing the circuit. This protects against electrical faults. Proper grounding and bonding are critical for preventing electrical hazards in and around the pool. The National Electrical Code mandates specific requirements for ground fault circuit interrupter protection in pool areas. Ground fault circuit interrupter protection is required for outlets within a certain distance of the pool, typically 6 feet or 1.82 meters. Ground fault circuit interrupter protection is also necessary for electrical equipment associated with the pool, such as pool pumps and heaters. Ground fault circuit interrupter devices are designed to detect small imbalances in current, indicating a potential ground fault. When a ground fault is detected, the ground fault circuit interrupter quickly interrupts the circuit, preventing electric shock. Regular testing of ground fault circuit interrupter outlets is recommended to ensure proper functionality. Pool lights must meet specific safety standards to prevent electrical hazards. Underwater pool lights must be listed and labeled for pool use. They must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and the National Electrical Code. Pool lights should be installed with proper grounding and bonding connections. Low voltage lighting systems such as 12 volts alternating current are often used for underwater pool lights to enhance safety. These low voltage systems reduce the risk of electric shock in the event of a fault. Regular inspection and maintenance of pool lights are important to identify and address any potential issues. Electrical clearances around pools are crucial for safety. The National Electrical Code specifies minimum clearances for electrical equipment and wiring near pools. These clearances help prevent accidental contact with energized parts and reduce the risk of electrical hazard. Overhead power lines must maintain a safe vertical clearance above the pool area. Underground wiring must be buried at an adequate depth to prevent damage. Maintaining proper electrical clearances is essential for creating a safe pool environment. Pool heaters require specific electrical connections and protection. The pool heater must be connected to a dedicated circuit with the appropriate overcurrent protection. A disconnecting means, such as a circuit breaker or switch, must be located within sight of the pool heater for servicing and maintenance. The pool heater must be properly grounded and bonded. Follow the manufacturer's instructions and the National Electrical Code requirements for pool heater installations. Regular inspection and maintenance of pool heaters are important to ensure safe and efficient operation. Electrical panels serving pool equipment should be properly labeled and accessible. Each circuit breaker in the panel should be clearly labeled to indicate the equipment it serves, such as the pool pump, heater, or lights. The electrical panel should be located in a dry and accessible location for easy maintenance and troubleshooting. The panel should be protected from physical damage and unauthorized access. Proper labeling and accessibility of electrical panels are essential for safety and convenience. Pool pumps are a critical component of the pool circulation system. The pump motor must be rated for the correct horsepower and voltage to ensure efficient operation. The pump must be installed on a stable surface such as a concrete pad. The pump must be properly grounded and bonded. The pump wiring must be protected from physical damage. Regular inspection and maintenance of the pool pump are important to prevent electrical and mechanical failures. All electrical work related to pool should be performed by a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to safely install and maintain pool electrical systems. They are familiar with the National Electrical Code requirements and local codes. Hiring a qualified electrician ensures that the electrical work is done correctly and safely. Never attempt to perform electrical work on a pool unless you are a qualified electrician. Regular inspections are important to identify potential problems. Regular maintenance can address small issues. Keep records of all inspections and maintenance performed. Proper documentation helps track the condition of the electrical system over time. Documentation also helps identify trends and potential problems. Maintaining thorough records is a valuable tool for ensuring the long-term safety and reliability of the pool's electrical system. Safety precautions during electrical work are crucial. Always disconnect power before working on any electrical equipment. Use insulated tools to prevent electric shock. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Never work on electrical equipment in wet conditions. Follow lockout-tagout procedures to ensure that power remains off during maintenance. Adhering to safety precautions can help prevent electrical accidents. Local codes and regulations may have additional requirements for pool electrical systems. Check with the local building department or electrical inspector to ensure compliance. Local codes may address specific issues or concerns in the area. Compliance with local codes is essential for ensuring the safety of the pool and its users. Keep all electrical equipment clean and free of debris. Dirt, dust, and leaves can accumulate in electrical enclosures and equipment, leading to overheating and potential failures. Regularly clean electrical equipment with a soft brush or vacuum cleaner. Ensure that all ventilation openings are clear to allow for proper airflow. Maintaining clean electrical equipment can help prevent problems and extend the life of the equipment. The National Electrical Code Article 680 provides comprehensive requirements for electrical installations at swimming pools, spas, and hot tubs. Article 680 covers topics such as grounding and bonding, ground fault circuit interrupter protection, wiring methods, and equipment locations. Familiarize yourself with the requirements of Article 680 to ensure compliance with the National Electrical Code. The National Electrical Code is updated regularly, so it is important to use the latest edition. Surge protection devices can help protect pool electrical equipment from voltage spikes and surges. Surges can be caused by lightning, utility switching, or other electrical disturbances. Surge protection devices divert excess voltage away from sensitive equipment, preventing damage. Install surge protection devices at the electrical panel and at individual pieces of equipment, such as pool pumps and heaters. Surge protection can help extend the life of pool electrical equipment and prevent costly repairs. Low voltage lighting systems are commonly used for underwater pool lights and landscape lighting around the pool. Low voltage systems operate at 12 volts alternating current or 24 volts alternating current, which reduces the risk of electric shock. Low voltage lighting systems require a transformer to step down the voltage from the standard 120 volts alternating current. Transformers must be properly sized and installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Low voltage lighting systems can enhance the safety and aesthetics of the pool area. Wireless control systems can be used to remotely control pool equipment, such as pumps, heaters, and lights. Wireless control systems offer convenience and energy savings. Wireless control systems must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Ensure that the wireless control system is compatible with the pool equipment. Wireless control systems can be a valuable addition to a pool, providing enhanced control and convenience. Variable frequency drives can be used to control the speed of pool pump motors. Variable frequency drives allow the pump motor to operate at the optimal speed for the pool's needs, reducing energy consumption. Variable frequency drives can also extend the life of the pump motor by reducing wear and tear. Variable frequency drives must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Variable frequency drives can be a cost-effective way to improve the efficiency of pool pumps. Saltwater chlorine generators are becoming increasingly popular for pool sanitation. Saltwater chlorine generators use electrolysis to convert salt into chlorine, which sanitizes the pool water. Saltwater chlorine generators require a dedicated electrical circuit and must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Ensure that the saltwater chlorine generator is compatible with the pool size and volume. Saltwater chlorine generators can provide a convenient and cost-effective way to sanitize a pool. Equipotential bonding is a critical safety measure for pools. Equipotential bonding involves connecting all metallic parts of the pool structure and equipment together to create a common electrical potential. This minimizes voltage gradients in the pool area, reducing the risk of electric shock. Equipotential bonding must be performed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Ensure that all metallic parts, including the pool reinforcing steel, metal fittings, pump motors, and other conductive elements, are properly bonded. Equipotential bonding is essential for creating a safe pool environment. The electrical system should be inspected and maintained on a regular basis. A qualified electrician should perform the inspection. The inspection should include a visual examination of all electrical equipment, wiring, and connections. The inspection should also include testing of ground fault circuit, interrupter outlets, and other safety devices. Any problems or deficiencies should be corrected promptly. Regular inspection and maintenance can help prevent electrical hazards and ensure the safe operation of the pool. Pool covers can help reduce energy consumption and prevent debris from entering the pool. Pool covers can be manual or automatic. Automatic pool covers offer convenience and can be operated remotely. Pool covers must be properly installed and maintained to ensure safe operation. Ensure that the pool cover does not interfere with any electrical equipment or wiring. Pool covers can be a valuable addition to a pool, providing energy savings and protection from debris. Leakage current is the flow of electrical current through unintended paths, such as the ground or the pool water. Leakage current can pose a shock hazard to swimmers. The National Electrical Code sets limits on the amount of leakage current that is allowed in pool electrical systems. Leakage current can be measured with a leakage current tester. If excessive leakage current is detected, the cause should be investigated and corrected. Minimizing leakage current is essential for ensuring the safety of the pool. Lighting control systems can be used to control the pool lighting, landscape lighting, and other electrical equipment. Lighting control systems can offer convenience, energy savings, and enhanced security. Lighting control systems can be programmed to automatically turn lights on and off at specific times or in response to certain events. Lighting control systems must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Lighting control systems can be a valuable addition to a pool, providing enhanced control and convenience. Winterizing the pool involves preparing the pool for cold weather conditions. Winterizing the pool includes draining the pool water, covering the pool, and disconnecting electrical equipment. Disconnect the power to the pool pump, heater, and other electrical equipment. Store the equipment in a dry and protected location. Following proper winterizing procedures can help prevent damage to the pool and its equipment. The pool electrical system is a critical component of the pool's overall operation. Proper design, installation, and maintenance of the electrical system are essential for ensuring the safety of the pool and its users. The National Electrical Code provides comprehensive requirements for pool electrical systems. Local codes and regulations may have additional requirements. Consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the pool electrical system meets all applicable requirements. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity.